Been a bit of a quiet session today, while the Nifty many a times made that attempt to try and claw back up in the green, but fell flat. In fact, at one point in time, we even were holding up a solid 0.5% in the green. 15,750 is the kind of print that you've shut shop for the day for the Nifty Futures. A dip of about 29 odd points coming in. So quiet consolidation is what transpired today. Similar was the case with the broader end of the market as well. Time and again, you flickered in and out of the red to the green. Finally, we've managed to close in favor of the downs. About 107 stocks is what we shut shop in today's closing session in favor of the declines. The spaces that were actually beleaguered in today's trading session. And let me first talk about what was weighing heavy on the index. Cement clearly was one such case in point. Shree Cement dragged a good 2.5%. You also had the big movers from yesterday, case in point being Cipla, for instance. That was a drag, 1.25% lower. ICICI Bank fell about 1.25%. Some of the auto plays ahead of the monthly data, which is going to be reported tomorrow for the month of June, like an Ayesha Motors, for instance, that was down. Bajaj Finance, Ultratech Cement, HDFC, Adani Ports, Unilever and Axis Bank, along with SBI and Tata Consumer, were some of the laggards in the session. On the flip side, handful of gainers and Infosys, Coal India, SBI Life and Divi's Labs, along with Reliance Industries, made an attempt for the Nifty to help stay afloat. Failed a little bit at that. Though it has to be said that the movement for our markets was nothing unusual. You had the global temperament as well in the texture of global markets, which was also a little bit on the flat side with a negative bias, and that's exactly how our markets as well played out. For the broader end of the market, the pressure points were AU Small Finance Bank, which fell nearly about 4%, IDFC First Futures, they were down about 3.5%, IRCTC as well, which was a laggard by about 2.6%, and then Idea as well, which fell by about 2% in today's trading session. The spaces which held out today were power. And in the run-up to the cabinet meeting itself, you had the entire power pack hold out very, very smartly. So everything from the ancillaries to a PFC, to an REC, to a Tata Power, NTPC, they were all holding a buzz in trade. In fact, PFC, REC put together have seen an 8% move, 4% each on of the given stocks. Cummins as well was quite a smart mover today with a 5.25% dash coming in on Cummins. This managed to close in at the highs of the day today. You had a Manappuram Finance as well, which held out by about almost 4% in trade. Come tomorrow, of course, the focus is going to shift clearly towards Motown when they report their June monthly sales data. It's going to be important to see whether the rural end of the market sees a recovery from the COVID second wave. M&M and Escorts are going to be two stocks that you need to keep on your radar. Also, the palm oil duty cut from the earlier 15% to 10% augurs well for the sentiment on the FMCG names. So keep an HUL and Marico as well closely on your radar. Strong numbers coming in from Graphite India. That was another stock which was in focus today. Or for that matter, Reliance, which finally broke from the weakness that it saw post its AGM. They partnered with ADNOC for a chemical project. So that is one stock which was also holding out very well. The SEBI clearing, or rather the norms getting relaxed when it came to REIT as well as InvIT, as well as the InvITs, that also was a positive takeaway for today's trading session.